What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to bring to you another vacuum that is in my vacuum collection, and this time it is another Oreck. I know, a lot of them seem to be coming to the channel recently. What I have is an Oreck XL2 40th Anniversary Edition. This vacuum I actually got for only $20 at a thrift store, and it was in overall very good condition. It just needed a big clean out, and obviously a new belt, brush roll, all that stuff. So now that that's all done, here it is, ready to make its appearance onto my channel. And there's not really too much to say about this other than it's another Oreck. But let's go ahead and give a walkthrough of the machine. So this is one of the first versions of the XL2 that was made to celebrate Oreck's 40th anniversary, and I honestly like the XL2 style. I have quite a bit of nostalgia for these specifically for that rounded off headlight lens on the front. But you will see how old this is because it still uses the older style helping hand handle with the little pigtail connector coming off the motor and into the handle right up here. They can be disconnected for storage reasons. The power switch on this is a very weird design. For whatever reason, and I do not know why, but the power switch is actually backwards on this. I didn't do this. It just came to me like this. So either somebody else mounted this in reverse or it was like this from the beginning. I have no idea why, because all these were always down on, up is off, but no, this one's reversed. So don't know what they did there, but it's just something to point out. It'd be nice XL2 lettering on the top of the corner of the outer bag. You have this nice gold piping across the outer bag, which is a nice touch. You also do have your traditional diagonal Oreck lettering for the 40th anniversary edition. It has the C-Lock hypoallergenic filtering system, which is just extra thick material on the outer bag to get it to filter much better, and it does really good in that situation. Inside here, a typical Oreck fashion, we have your CC bag. I always like to run HEPA cloth bags just for increased filtration. And it's actually mounted on this bag docking system right here. And so how it is mounted on this storage rack right here. And you also notice there's a plastic tab that sticks out right here. And what that does is when you pull the bag out of the dock, it pulls down on this little cardboard piece of the collar, and a trapdoor will slide shut on the opening of the bag so that you don't have dust spewing back into the air you breathe. Nice, clever thing for Oreck to do, because that's always a pain to have to empty the bag, and sometimes you would run the risk of poofing dust back into the air, but not with this. So let's go ahead and put that back on. You got to make sure the bag is fully latched in place. Just listen for that click right there to make sure it's seated in place. We'll unzip this back up. And come down here, you got the traditional XL2 rounded off style headlight lens. Honestly, like them a little bit better than the rectangular lens on older models. And also you will notice right up here, the Oreck label on the top of the headlight cover is also outlined in gold to match the rest of the machine. And over here you do have your belt access door. Very nice feature on these Orecks to easily change your belt so you don't have to take off the whole bottom end. Just simply remove this little screw, slide forward, and there's your belt, and you can change it from there. Okay, now let's go ahead and show you the underside of the machine. With any Oreck I get, I always like to put in a brand new brush roll because these are wearable items on these vacuums. So I like to make sure this thing is performing at its best. So in goes in a new brush roll. It has very soft bristles. They're not the stiffest in the world, but the thing I do love about them is that they are very dense. And even though this may have soft bristles, the denseness of said bristles do very good for picking up things like pet hair or a lot of topical dirt. Because they are soft, they are not going to agitate fantastic. So don't expect this to have very deep cleaning abilities. Well, for certain piles of carpet. But they do good for what they are. You will notice it is a chevron pattern, so it'll funnel everything down into that center suction path down below. And as you can see, this is the earlier designed base plate that has the small wheels here on the side before they moved them right behind. This did have the metal ingest bars at one time, but those unfortunately tend to go missing on this style of bottom plate. And that's what happened to this. But I kind of like it like this because without the bars, this thing honestly grooms better without them. And so let's go ahead and right back here you do have your storage behind the outer bag, and you also do have the original owner's manual with the thing. That's one nice thing that's included with this. Okay, the model number to the cleaner. It is Oreck model XL3610 HH. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was made somewhere in 2002, if I'm reading the serial date correct. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 4 amps, so not the biggest motor in the world, but it gets the job done. And you can tell how old this is by the fact that it's made in New Orleans, Louisiana, before their plant got destroyed by the big hurricane, and they had to move to Cookeville, Tennessee. And not really much else to say about this other than let's get to the running portion of it, because I know that's what you guys have been wanting to see this whole time. So with that, we will go ahead and release the power cord. Did have to make a little bit of repair when I got to this. It did have a little cut and dried portion right here, so I had to shorten it by about 1/4 of an inch, so it doesn't have that cracked opening right there. It's hidden deep down in there. That was a simple fix. At least I didn't have to replace the cord altogether. So we'll go ahead and plug this guy in. And now we will go ahead and turn this thing on, and we'll give you a demo of it running. One nice touch with the power switches on these is when you plug the vacuum in, the power switch actually lights up. Let me see if I can show that on camera. Let's see, I'm going to insert the plug, and it lights up. Nice touch, so you know that the vacuum is getting electricity. And with that, we will go ahead and give it a run. Typical Oreck fashion, this thing is pretty loud when it's running, so headphone users or those with sensitive hearing, I would advise turning down your volume for this portion of the video. So anyway, here we go. nice runner. May not be the most powerful thing in the world, but it gets the job done. I would definitely take one over a Dyson, that's for sure. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video on the Oreck XL2 40th Anniversary Edition. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.